Hey you guys, here with another Galaxy S5 video. In this video I want to show some of the new features that are included on the Galaxy S5 and also at the same time give you some tips here and there. So let's go ahead and get started. The Fingerprint Scanner is one of the newest features here on the newest Galaxy phone, and what it lets you is it lets you unlock the phone using your fingerprint. Keep in mind you can assign up to 3 fingers to your fingerprint scanner. When you go here to settings, you got Fingerprint Manager. Click right there. Of course, it's going to ask you for a password right here, which is going to be your finger. That way, anybody, any other stranger can't get into this feature right here. Right now, I got 3 fingerprints. I'm going to go ahead and delete one so you guys can see how easy it is to register fingerprint. Now let's say I have only 2, I want to add 1. It tells you how this thing works. Your fingerprint lock, verify Samsung account, and pay using fingerprint with the PayPal feature, which is kind of cool. It still needs a little bit of work, but it actually works. Here, let's go ahead and slide your finger at least 8 times if I'm not mistaken. You have to keep in mind you have to go from top to bottom. And try to, when you swipe your finger, try to swipe it like you would naturally. That way, when you try to unlock the phone, it recognizes your finger right away. But it's still not going to be perfect, even though you swipe like 8 times there. Here, change alternative password. When you keep on sliding and you can't recognize, and it doesn't recognize your fingerprint, or if a stranger tries to slide your finger and it tries, I think, like 5 times or something like that, it's going to tell you for your password. Here you're going to create a password, I think 4 letters or above, and after you enter that password, then it'll give you access to your phone. One tip that I want to give you guys is that, let's say you don't want the fingerprint to pop up exactly every time the screen turns off. You could go here to lock screen, go all the way over here to lock automatically, and you can delay the lock feature. That way you don't have to be entering your fingerprint every time your screen turns off. So right now, for example, I normally leave it on 15 seconds. You could go ahead and put it on 30 seconds or 5 seconds if you're comfortable with that, but I leave it on 15 seconds. That way when I turn off my screen, or my screen turns off because I'm not looking at it or something like that, it won't lock automatically. Because for me, sometimes it gets a little bit annoying when you have to constantly enter your password. And like I said, a lot of times it does not register your password the first try. A lot of times you're going to try more than 1 time, and that becomes a little bit annoying. The other noticeable feature of the Galaxy S5 is a heart rate monitor or scanner. Like you see right there, it's right next to the flash right there. And if you're planning to use it more constantly, I recommend using or leaving that widget right there. That way you can have fast access to your heart rate monitor by just tapping at the little heart right there. When you're ready, keep in mind when you're ready, let's go ahead and put the finger right here. Just put it slightly, don't press on it, because if not, it's going to give you errors. And another thing you have to keep in mind, you should be quiet and you should also stay still. If not, the heart rate, blood pressure is going to be off the charts. But let's go ahead and try this again. And there you go. Like you saw right there, big difference when you're moving the phone from when you're talking and everything, and it gives you a better accurate reading. Another thing that I like here is that you can actually keep track of all your blood pressure monitor that you've been doing, and it gives you the track per hour, it gives you the track per average per day, and it gives you the average per month, which is good if you're one of those that always need to have a record of your heart rate monitor. I recommend, if you're going to do this and you want this to be a little bit more effective, the history, just do it more constantly, like every a couple hours or every 6 hours, you know, at least 2 or 3 times a day if you're one of those that actually monitor. That way you can have a history record of your blood pressure monitor, which is very, very cool. Another new feature here on the new TouchWiz is the My Magazine feature. My Magazine feature is activated by default. And like you see, when you're swiping through your pages and you swipe all the way to your left or to the first page, you're gonna see this popping up. This is basically like Flipboard, but worse. It's not that good at all. If you use Flipboard, I recommend keep on using Flipboard. If you don't use any kind of news aggregator, this will be very annoying to you. So one thing, if you want to deactivate that, all you gotta do is press here and hold. Here it says home screen settings, tap right there. Here it says My Magazine, unselected, and that's it. Keep in mind, from here you can also control the transition effect from card stack, which is set as default, to 3D rotation. Now let's go ahead and click back. Now like you see right here, you have a little bit more 3D effect when swiping around the pages, and now you don't have the My Magazine feature. Now you could go ahead unlimited and keep on swiping. Before then, if you have the My Magazine feature enabled, you will not be able to do this. It's just gonna stop and it's gonna show you the My Magazine feature. Another big change that you're going to notice right away if you're a prior Samsung user is the new changes that Samsung did to TouchWiz, especially here in the settings section. Like you see right here, everything now is segregated by little bubbles. And like you see right there, here you got your quick settings feature. Here you got your networks connections. Here you got your connect and share. Here you got your sound and display. This can actually become a little bit overwhelming because everything is in a little bubble. Here, if you want to collapse, right here, you could go ahead and collapse your settings and have everything a little bit more organized. And like you see right there, you can see, put everything like that, collapse, and now you only have your quick settings available there. Keep in mind, you can also change the view. If you want to see it like this, you can also have it like that. This is the list view feature. And everything is separated by category. Like you see right there, you could go ahead and click there again, or you could select tab view, which is, for me, is one of my favorites. You see quick settings right here, you see connections right here, you see devices right here, you see control, general, applications, and for me this is a little bit more organized. I like it a lot better. Another thing you could do here is quick settings. You can actually customize. You can set the apps or the settings that you want to see in quick settings. For example, if I want to not see tethering and mobile hotspot, and instead of that, I want to see the sound or volume mode, I could click save. And now when I open it up, I'm going to see the volume mode right here, and the hotspot tethering feature is gone. But honestly, I like that feature, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it. Tethering hotspot. Keep in mind, you only can have up to 12 quick settings. To deactivate one, you would have to click on one like that, like you see right there. And now I could go ahead and select my tethering, or I could go ahead and select my data usage, and that's it. So now, and no matter how I have the view selected, I'm always going to have the quick settings available there. For me, it's one of the best way to customize your settings to your liking. Right now, this is the way that I have it. I have application manager, I have storage, I have power saving mode, battery, finger scanner, lock screen, tethering, data, display, Bluetooth, download booster, and Wi-Fi as my quick settings. And here is better because you don't have to swipe all the way down, and you could go ahead here, go application manager, and voila. Another cool changes here is in the notification center, which is, for me, is a lot better than before. From right here, we could click right there, and you can see all the new toggles that Samsung has added to the notification area. Right away, if you want to edit, make any edit, you can go ahead and click right there, the little pencil logo right there. And from here, let's say you want to eliminate one of these and replace it for one of these. These are the ones that you're going to be seeing actively at the top when you slide. Let's say I want to click this one for for ultra power. Boom, there you go. Now when you go back, that is what you're gonna see. And like see right there, now I see the sync right feature right there. Another thing very cool that they added here is recommended apps. Recommended apps are the apps that will appear when you plug in your headsets. Let me go ahead and show you guys right away how this works. But before, you can edit your apps that you want to see when you plug in headsets. Let's go ahead and, for example, eliminate. Let's go ahead and eliminate the phone. Let's say I want to eliminate the phone, and I want to put, let's say, instead of the phone. And let's go ahead and choose, I got my Pocket Cast. I want to choose my Pocket Cast here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go, Pocket Cast. The great thing here is that you can use any app that you have downloaded to your phone. Now click done, and here are the apps. Now let's say I plug in my headset. There you go. Earphones connected. When you slide down, look at that. Now you have these settings or the apps available there that you wanted to have available when you connect your headset. If you take them off, it disappears. And you put it back on, it activates. Another new feature that Samsung added to the notification center is Toolbox. When you click on Toolbox, you're going to see this little thing floating around with 3 little dots right there. When you click on it, you're going to see some apps that appear magically, like you see right there. When you click on one of them, it will automatically launch whatever app you touch. Like you see right there, very cool and very fast, which is awesome. But let's say you want to edit that, you could either remove it or you click edit. When you click on edit, I think you could choose up to 5 apps only. Right now I have the calculator, I have the camera. Let's say I want to eliminate the camera and put something else like the clock. Let's go ahead and try to put something else like, let's say eBay right there. If I try to add something more, it won't let me add anything more because they only can accept up to 5 apps alone. That's it. So now when you're done, you just click save. When you click here, now like you see there, now you have the calculator, I have the clock, I have eBay, Hangouts, and YouTube. Very cool feature. And of course you could be inside any app, and no matter what app you are in, you could just tap right there, and let's go ahead and launch YouTube. Haha. The other new feature on the Galaxy S5 is the Ultra Power Saving mode. Now don't confuse it with power saving. This mode is still available, and this is the feature that's available on every Samsung Galaxy phone like we know it. But this one is a lot more extreme. Let's go ahead and tap on it and read what it gives us. Like you see right here, right now I have only 80% of battery life. It gives me, if I activate that, it will give me around 10 days of battery on standby. It says it changed the color of the screen to grayscale, restrict application usage to essential application and those selected by you. Turn off mobile data when the screen turns off, which is very good. Turn off connectivity features such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Let's go ahead and activate that. Now, like I said, this must be used when you are extremely low on battery and you know you don't have a power source right near you, or you left your charging cable at home and it's going to be a while before you get home. So this is very cool. Let's go ahead and wait for it. Of course, it takes a while because it automatically changes the phone theme completely. Right now, if you press the home button, like you see right there, you won't go anywhere. It will leave you here. This is a new theme that is on your phone. Here you can access your phone. You can still make phone calls, like go ahead and there, like you see there, and everything, it eliminated all the colors to save battery. Here you still have access to your messages. Here you have access to internet. And let's go ahead here. Here you have the calculator, which I added by clicking on one of these addition buttons. Here you can go ahead and choose chat on, clock, Facebook, Google Plus, memo, Twitter, or voice recorder. Let's go ahead and put Google Plus. Let's go ahead and put memo, and there you go. Now these are the only apps that you can actually use on the phone when it's on this mode. You can see the battery life over here. You can see the days remaining. Here, if you click there, you can go ahead and turn off power saving mode. Go to settings. Here you can also control the brightness of the screen itself so you can see a little bit better, like you see right there. Or you could, of course, you can always turn on auto brightness. Here you got sound, you can control the sound, and like I said, everything that you can do when you're on this mode is gonna be very, very limited. That way it forces you and the phone to save battery life. Now this is a very, very great feature. We've been there before when you leave your charger at home or you leave the charger at work and you have no access to any charging port. This is the great extreme mode. When you're done, you could go ahead, slide right down, like you see right there, not even the toggles are gonna be available. So you're gonna click right there and click done, and boom, it will automatically disable ultra power saving mode and go back to normality. And there you have it. Another new feature on the Galaxy S5 is the download booster. The download booster, you can enable it right there from the notification center. And what it is, it lets the phone, for example, if you're downloading an app from the Google Play Store and it's over 30 megabytes, it will automatically start using your Wi-Fi and your LTE, your 4G LTE at the same time, to download that file a lot faster. And it actually works right now. I can't show it to you because I don't have good 4G LTE network here. If I try to download this right here, which is over 48 megabytes, it should give me the option here. You should see like two lines, one line that shows you the speed on LTE and the other line that shows you the speed on your Wi-Fi, and it makes the downloading a lot faster. But of course you have to have LTE available at your house, and at the same time you have to be connected to your Wi-Fi. Right now it is not using it because I am not on LTE right here at home. I don't have very good LTE service. So right now it's not working for me. But if your house had Wi-Fi and 4G LTE available, you will be able to see like two bars right here, and it will download a lot faster. Now keep in mind that only works when you're downloading from the Google Play Store, and I think some other apps that are very limited. It won't work on apps like, for example, Netflix and YouTube. I don't think it's gonna work on those apps because it's meant to just download a lot faster. When you're using that feature, you're using your 4G data as well. If it's enabled, you're using your 4G data. So keep in mind, you might go over your 4G cap if you do have a cap in your plan. Another change that has happened here is how the folders look. Here, let's go ahead and create a folder. Let's go ahead and click right there, create a folder. Let's go ahead here, say cool, whatever. You can name the folder whatever you want. And from here, you could go ahead and add another app if you want, just by clicking the adding button. You could go ahead still and drag apps to the folder, like you see right there, right? That's nothing new. But one thing that you couldn't do before is change the color of the folder. Like you see right here, boom. You could change it to red or burgundy, and there you go. Now the apps, like you see right there, this looks blue, and this looks red, or I think that's burgundy. Or you can go ahead and change it to green, and that's it. Very simple, very subtle. Honestly, I think the folders look uglier than before. I used to like it the way it used to look before because it looked like a little circle with the apps on top of the circle. For me, it was a lot better, but hey, now you could change colors. Another cool change here on the lock screen is this right here. Like you see right there, that's the logo for TripAdvisor. And that logo is there because the image here on the background is a logo, is like a slideshow from TripAdvisor that changes on your lock screen, which is very cool. Now to set that up, let's go ahead and click here. Let's go ahead and tap and hold here. Let's go ahead here, lock screen. And right here, you can go ahead and select travel wallpaper. Click there. It's going to tell display recommended destinations on your lock screen. Click right here. You could change the interval from 6 to 12 to 24. I leave it on 6. I just hope they add 3 and 1 hour, which for me would be cooler. I think I would put it on every hour, but that's the lowest one you could do right now. And set wallpaper. Once you're done, this is going to be changing to very cool wallpapers, nice panorama pictures, and very beautiful scenes. So that's very cool, and that's the feature that I'm using right now on my lock screen. One feature that Samsung added that's practically hidden in the Gallery app is Studio. When you click right here and click Studio, there's gonna be like some sort of app looking feature here that lets you create collages, which is very freaking awesome. And it also lets you create little movie clips of random photos that I can actually pick. Now I created a video based on this feature alone, so I'm gonna leave it in the description so you guys can see it. And I'm telling you, this is a very cool feature that Samsung, I didn't think they even advertised it or anything like that. I just found it because I kept digging inside the settings and found this feature, which is very cool. I recommend you try it. The other great obvious new feature of the Galaxy S5 is the water and dust resistant feature. Now this phone is IP67 certified, which means that thanks to this right here, like you see right there, the little flap that covers the power connector, which is now on the Galaxy S5 a USB 3.0 connector, which is awesome because it charges your phone a lot faster, and it also transfer right from your computer to your cell phone is going to be a lot faster too. But thanks to this flap right here, it will protect it from any water damage whatsoever. Another thing to keep in mind, that another very strong element here is the back battery cover, which like you see right here in this has a rubber gasket around the most important section of the cover. And right now you have to be very careful, because if you're one of those that like replacing or customizing your phone with the back battery cover, you got to make sure it has this rubber gasket, because if it doesn't, you just eliminated the water resistant feature. Will no longer work if you, because it doesn't has the water resistant gasket right there. So be very careful when buying a cover. Another thing, before when you set back your battery cover, make sure it is completely well snapped in. And that's it, guys. This is all I'm going to include in this video. Those were plenty little tips and new features that were added to the Galaxy S5. If anything, I will try to make another video later on in the future, and also I'm going to try to make a video just covering the camera features that are new. So let me know if you guys want to see anything more from the Galaxy S5. Thanks for watching the video. Till next time, guys.